So hello and welcome back to another episode of Ask Vixen. Today we're going to be discussing chakras and chakra cleansing. My lovely assistant today,
I'm Beth.
is my friend Beth. She's been kind enough to go ahead and let us use her massage table so that way we have her up high enough in order to actually film this, which is awesome. Plus she has magic fingers and I got an awesome massage from her last night, so we remembered about the video to leave the table up. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is most people already know what chakras are. They're the wheels or the energy centers of the body. And of course, there's thousands of them throughout the entire body, but there's the main 7 that we really focus on the most. Because those are the ones that are tied to the aura, right? Alright. For this, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to show you guys how to cleanse chakras on another person. The first thing you need to do is make sure that you've meditated, that you've cleansed yourself, because you will end up sometimes with a backlash. But I think that's really more focused around improper grounding than anything else. Right?
Residual negative energy.
Yeah. So one of the things that I like to do is I actually have crystal bracelets, and you guys have seen them plenty of times in my YouTube videos off and on. But I actually keep them around my wrists when I do things like this, just so that way it actually aids in the healing process, while at the same time it protects me from any energy that may want to latch on or backlash onto me, so to speak. So the first thing you're going to need for this is a programmed pendulum. This one here happens to be my favorite. And to program it, what you need to do is make sure that the cord is straight or chain. And what you're going to do is you are going to charge this for reverse or counterclockwise to show blockages, and clockwise to actually show that the chakra is cleansed and open. What you're really looking for is a swing like this, where it stays wide, it stays at a steady rhythm, that kind of a thing. The other thing that you're going to need is a small cup, one bowl. Personally, I prefer using big mixing bowls, but lacking in those at the moment. So substituting with a smaller bowl and a pot. Now inside this pot is blessed and consecrated water, which is a mixture of water and sea salt and a personal blessing. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have our beautiful assistant lay down into a comfortable position, preferably on the back. If a person cannot lay on their back, you can also try having them lay kind of on their side a little bit. Would you like to demonstrate that? Kind of like just on the side just a little bit, so that way it's a little comfortable for them. You can still actually do a chakra cleansing like this. Some people have difficulty with breathing problems and things along those lines, so you want them to be comfortable. That's the biggest thing. Okay, sweetie, you can roll back over. So now, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to start down at the base or the root chakra, which is located down this way towards the base of the spine. What you're going to need is you're going to need your pendulum, and then you're going to take your cup and you're going to fill it up with some of the consecrated water just in case you need it, because I'm going to have to move around a lot. I need something small that's going to be portable that I can move. But right now I'm going to sit this down here at your feet. So don't go crazy and kick. First thing we need to do is find out if the root chakra is actually blocked. So what I'm going to do is ask you to relax, be comfortable. You can keep your legs crossed if you want, it doesn't bother me any. Alright. Now I'm going to hold this over where the root chakra is approximated to be, and I'm going to let the pendulum tell me whether or not the chakra is blocked. In this particular case, the pendulum is moving quite slowly and in a counterclockwise position, which actually shows me that the chakra is blocked. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stop the pendulum. I'm going to grab my cup. I'm going to use 2 fingers and place it into the water. Now when I place the pendulum back over where the root chakra is approximated to be, then I'll go ahead and start drawing the blockage or negativity out through the pendulum, transfer it from one arm over to the other, and allow that negativity to drain into the water. And of course, this is one of the reasons why you have to protect yourself as well as the person. So people can see. Okay, now we have a clockwise spin that stays at a steady rhythm and has a very good diameter. So now we have negativity filled water, so we need to dump this into that small bowl that I showed you guys earlier. Make sure that you guys try to use 2 different bowls, or at least label the bowls, because you don't want to pull negative filled water and try to use that to put more negativity into it. It's just not going to work. And then from here, basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to continue up the progression. So there will be no further instruction from this point on, so that way I can finish doing what I'm going to do. Unless there's something that I desire to point out. Alright, so the next chakra is actually the sacral. And on women, it's found in their ovaries and uterus. For men, it's actually found in the testicles. So a lot of the time, for men, the sacral chakra is actually lower than the root or the base chakra, which is actually just a little interesting tidbit. It helps when you're doing this. So we're going to check it. This is a really slow clockwise rotation, so that's indicative that there is some blockage, but not enough to actually really cause any problems, but we're going to cleanse it anyway. Now each time I'm doing this, I'm only using a small little bit of water, so long as I'm not spilling it on my laptop. So make sure that you don't overdo it. The next chakra is the solar plexus, found around the navel. Now remember, blocked chakras can cause a lot of different problems. Depending on which chakra it is and the location, there's various different ailments that actually coincide. Such as with the solar plexus can actually end up causing upset stomach, indigestion, intestinal problems. There's all kinds of things that a blocked chakra there can do. And that's just the physical side. That's not the metaphysical side or the energy side. So the next chakra is actually going to be the heart, which of course you guys know heart's located right behind your sternum, kind of to the left. Now, one of the things that you can do is actually you can have the person that you're cleansing go through either a guided meditation, or you can have them do a meditation of their own choosing. It actually usually helps out a lot, and I prefer to actually have them meditate on cleansing their chakras while I'm doing this. It actually helps speed up the process a little bit, and it also does kind of like a double cleansing kind of thing. So we're going to check the heart chakra. Okay, for the next three chakras revolve around the head. You have the throat, the third eye, and the crown. Alright? When you get around to the head, a lot of people start having some very different sensations. Some people say that it tingles. Some people say that it burns, like really mildly. Other people actually really enjoy the experience, and I've even had one person have a vision during this process. So there's various different things that can happen during this, which is, it leads for interesting conversation topics. Alright, now the throat chakra is actually clear, so we don't have to cleanse that one, but during this process, she's actually been meditating this whole time, so she's probably already kind of beat me up there to it, and has already cleansed it. So, but we're just going to cleanse it just to be on the safe side, just in case there's any leftover residual energy. I do this more as kind of like a little extra to the process sometimes, just so that way the person feels more cleansed and more balanced. Next up is the third eye. We have a good strong swing on this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave that one alone and move to the crown. Alright, now for safety measure, what we're going to do to make sure that there's no more blockages, we're going to start from the beginning all over again and just check each one. Any place that you find where you didn't cleanse the entire chakra, you can actually go back and just do the cleansing all over again for each individual chakra that you missed. Or you can start from the beginning and just do them all over again, just to be on the safe side. That's actually more of a personal choice than anything else. So we're going to start from the beginning and check each chakra and make sure that each one is cleansed and open and functioning properly. Alright. Sweetie, you can go ahead and sit up whenever you're comfortable to do so. Now that you have been cleansed and your chakras rebalanced, how do you feel?
Much better.
Much better?
More grounded, centered.
Awesome. So, for the time for this, it can actually vary. My lovely assistant Beth can tell you about that because I've actually done...
The first session, it took about a little over an hour. In the past couple of sessions, it's been anywhere from about half an hour to the minimal 10 minutes.
Yeah. And that's actually quite common. It depends on how blocked the chakras are, as well as how adept that individual is at performing a basic chakra cleansing on their own. She actually does a very good job of it, and I actually let her cleanse me from time to time too. So I just wanted to show this to you guys, and I hope that you all enjoyed it and that you learned something. So if you have any questions, you can leave a comment below, or you can hit me up privately through the private messaging system here on YouTube. So this is Lady Silver Vixen. I'm signing out, y'all. Peace.